Mind, I thought I was out of debt last Monday morning. There's a knock at the door, I wasn't at work. I wasn't clever. Mr. Thompson in. I says, I'm Mr. Thompson. He says, I'm from Littlewoods. I says, God bless you. I've won the treble chance. He says, no, your wife's up for shoplifting. Lad, she's a lazy looking woman, that woman. Lad, do you know what? There's some of these knockers, do you know what I mean? Credit callers. All that snow I had never kept one away from our door. Come on a sledge. And you know, let's be, we're only human, aren't we? There's some of them that comes to your door, they're not right, man, they've got no sense. Come to your door with a book open. I'm not laughing. It makes you laugh with the women. Because, you know, the women, when they get up, they're twisting, aren't they? If you happen to be off work, I'll never get squared up. And you're not helping us either, the way you're going on. Right. Then you see them in the bingo queue. Hello, Bella. Aye, Bella's in his government in the inflammation, getting on everybody's nogs. I'm getting a bit steak for his tea, pound and ninepence, lass, you can't see it. 40 pence for a head of letters, give us 4 books. They're the most two-faced looking people. And she'll answer the door to anybody. Bar Friday. Friday's only closing 9 o'clock in the morning. It's only right. There's some people thinks they're above everybody else. The wife next door to us jealous of us. Just 'cause we had a burst, she played well 'cause she hadn't a burst. But our lass, you know what I mean? If they would only play the game with you 'cause we're honest, and now the audience I'm playing to, I don't know about outsiders 'cause they'll be debt and all, but we call it debt. Others calls it credit. Committee men's wives on account, yeah! Well, I'm in debt on account of not being able to pay me credit. Well, no, but mind, I must honestly say this. Them OBEs and that's given away by Tharrit Matcha, you know, them. Why look at Brendan Foster. Gold medal for doing 10,000 metres. There's a man next door to who's just getting 2 yards for doing 2 metres. It's true. And when now things is bad, I was up in the Gyro City of Sunday. Concert. Hey, what a place. There's nobody getting in the pubs and clubs, lad. I'm sorry for them. It's like Aberdeen on a flag day. I went into one pub, I says, tonic water. She gets a glass of whiskey. I says, what's this for? She says, your first foot. No, boss said tonight, she knew I had money. 'Cause I was treating her in the club, that was me fault. If I'd been taking me time and giving her an odd Jill, but I was stuffing her with gin and tonics and brandy. And I could hear her saying to the wife next door, he's got money. He'll not get to bed the night without giving me some money, then I'll tell you nothing. It's funny though. Have you ever went to bed on a Saturday night and hidden your money? And woke up, forgot where you've hidden it? I hid in Simonshill last Saturday night. Woke up at 4:15 Sunday morning, swam like a bull. She opens her eyes. What are you looking for? I said, Epsom salts. She said, you'll not need them when you know where your money's gone. Well, lad, she's always boasting. You know, the wife next door to her, she's well off like she's a wisher. And, well, we've got a good first tube. And she's, you know, saying to the wife, well, you know, we're not badly off, you know. Why, she can't talk swanky, you know. My sister's got a farm. I said, do what? My sister's got a farm. I says, where's the farm? What a farm, 4 chickens and a pig. And the pig's got around 3 legs and a crutch. I says, what side do you the crutch? She said, well, one little leg of pork, one the heart to kill it. About a packet of woodbines 38 years ago. I've got 3 left. They greed them off you. And mind, I'll tell you something new. I'm not laughing at you. Last time I was here, I borrowed a pound off this secretary. First time I've seen him till the night because I've been busy. He says to me, Nick, there was my pound. I says, I know. I says, is he worried? He says, aye. I says, well, I'll stop it. It's no good to worrying. Mind, the funniest sight I've ever seen is our lass getting up to make me breakfast. What a sight. Why, she's a sight when she makes me supper. And, though does not kill her. She gets up in the morning, this is true. She starts scratching her by the Cheviot Hills, you know. Then she starts, what do you want for this? I say, I'll have a boiled egg. You can have a boiled egg, but there's no tea and no coffee because there's no water. I still don't know how to boil that egg. Good job I didn't want it poached. Hey, lad, just thick. Just a month without she was having a bubble bath and she'd been eating mushy peas. And lad, it's funny though, for all you little, how you can get into trouble. Oh, that police. If there's a fight in our street, it'll be Thompson. Been eating meat. And dishes on toast. Come to a door Tuesday. All right, we'll see though. I say, what's the matter? Well, I got that dog. I say, what's the matter with the dog? He says, running after everybody on a bike. I say, well, take the bike off it. And you know, when you're a comedian, you get invited all over. County courts, crown court. Mind, there's one thing I will say. If you borrow any money off anybody, they shouldn't come and ask you for it back. After all, you were good enough to go and ask them for it. See, you've got... a man's got a hard life. Because he's got the wife to contend with. And then there's the first delicate, our mother. Ooh, our mother's a wicked old... Ooh. She says to me, when are you going to speak to me mother? I says, through a medium. And... it's all right for you. You're not married to that one. Yesterday morning, my mother says to me, I'd love to dance on your grave. I says, I hope I'm buried at sea. No, it's at Christmas. Christmas, now you all got a lot of debt, didn't you? Why, this would be a nudist camp if all the women took the catalogue stuff off. And she says to me, she says, there's a £1. Tap me mother out and make a fuss on her. I says, give her the 50 pence and I'll make a mess on her. And, hey, lad, our mother was out. She says, me mother's not gone, I'll gone. I says, right, you let her take her out. Then our mother turned up, our mother says, I'll gone. Hey, lad, our mother, what a sight. I'll do your kipping for you. Our mother was hanging the mistletoe up. You couldn't say the mistletoe for snuff. She says to me, remember, Waster, everything that goes on the mistletoe has to stop up for 12 days. I says, put my pit clothes up there. I went in about 1:15 in the morning. Then I says to the wife, because when you're drunk, you say a lot of things you don't mean. I says, I love you. So when I wiped the blood off my face, I says, give a kiss under the mistletoe. You couldn't say I go for boiled ham. She had a shank on her lip. She says, axe me mother for one. I wished I could have found the axe. She says, ask me mother for a kiss under the mistletoe. I wouldn't kiss her under chloroform. Mind, eh? I'm not kidding you. When you're drunk, you do some funny things, like. Well, I know somebody been drunk over there. Well, 2:15 in the morning, I was as drunk as a crutch, lad. Cattle singing, soaking wet, up to there in water. Felt as a poor note. I says, thank you. He says, thank you. That's the first time I've had cattle singers at the lighthouse. See, man, when you're drunk, you don't care, do you? You know, I'm telling you the truth. You're in somebody's house, 3 o'clock Christmas morning. You're down. Didn't care if I never walk. You're down. Keep the committee. You're down. You're happy, aren't you? But it's when you've been out all night and you're gone home at 7 o'clock in the morning. You're gone upstairs, your laces as loud as themselves. I got right aside the bed, she opens her eyes. Bye, you're soon getting up. I had to come downstairs again. And you know, when you're sitting on the couch, you've all done it. And your heat's throbbing. And your tongue's clung to the top of your gob. And you could sup ink. And you keep saying, I must have paid out my tongue last night. I should have made that left. Then she gets up. This is a clever mess you're in, isn't it? Where you been? I'm talking to you. Where you been? Ooh. And your heat's throbbing like a melodeon. Then Grizzly Adams gets up, her mother. She stands with her engine running. I wouldn't stand for it, And maybe you get one word in. Maybe you say to the wife, shut up. Oh, her mother bursts like a tyre. Shut up! Go and get old Bale, get over Tommy, they'll cripple him. Cripple me? There, Bill and Tommy come down, I took my cufflinks out. I crippled them till they were at school a week as... I've got a laddie, old Tadger. Wicked laddie, lad. Spitting on the fire. I was sitting in the chair last Wednesday afternoon and he come in from school and you know the way they come in. Full of punk rock. He says to me, "Who? Out that chair." So I got out and... he says, "I say pop, pop." Thought I was a bottle of lemonade. He says, "Gets 250. I said, "What?" "Gets 250. I said, "Where's the gun? Holland?" He says, "No, I went to see Greece." I says, "So I'd show him the chip pound." And mine, I'll tell you something this. This is before holidays was holidays, when you had money. It's about 4 years since we were speaking properly. And she says to me, "Darling," because the window was open, she says, "Are we going to Blackpool for our holidays?" So I shut the window. I says, "Close your clatter." I says, "How can we go to Blackpool on the money you're making?" And I opened the window, I says, "Where are we flying from?" Why, she wanted to fly from Horden. I says, "We'll fly from Easington. Then we could stop at Peterlee and refuel." And she's telling the neighbours, "We're going on vacation." Bobby's got a double of 2 non-runners. The woman's thick. She's putting sandwiches up on the Monday when her gone till Wednesday. Why, ye na, tin tomatoes torn claggy. Our mother says, "Make some proper sandwiches, get a leg of mince." I've had that much corned beef, if anybody cracks a whip, I'm away in a gallop. I am... And you know, the night before you gone away, you know that it's true. You got the club, didn't you? You like to get the club to show the gyro lads up, you know. Saying we're going away them on. 14 days, might stop longer. As soon as you get 1 pint, she comes in. "Bah, you've sharp started. This is the way you're going on, you might as well go to Blackpool yourself, because where you're going on, you're not going to wait for 2 days, and it might 14 days the way you're drinking now, there's a second pint of bottle. That's before you're gone. Then when you come home, she starts again. "Man, don't be snoring your lugs off. We've got a pack." "Pack? We only had a carrier." She's up at 3 o'clock in the morning, pack the carrier. She shoots up at 3:10. "Get up here, the screens come off the carrier." Why, I'm not an engineer. Hey, lad. Coming out, you know, the neighbours was waving off, like the fingers was the other way, and... and she's trying to shrug, you know. She said, "Is the door locked, darling?" I said, "Yeah." "Is the light off?" I said, "Been off 6 weeks." And got off the train in Blackpool. Porters run up to me, "Carry a bag?" I said, "Let her walk." And you know, all the way down the Golden Miles, or what you call it, or something, she's saying, because there's people all around, you know, she's saying, "Bobby, where's our hotel?" Well, it was only a lodging out. I went to lodging house, I knocked at the door, and she stand with a carrier, she looked awful. And she's trying to swank, you know. Bobby, are you changing for dinner? I says, I'll have to put your frock on, and you know, the first night of your holidays, you've all been on your holidays. You gone out the first night, and you're slashing it down, you think you have thousands, wouldn't you? She starts again, bye, take your time, take your time. Hey, if this is the way you're going on, I'll go on in the morning. I'm not going to stand for this the way you're going on. That's 4 points about we haven't been in here 10 minutes. When they stop now, else I'll go on here. You come home, you gone to bed. Didn't be snoring the night. I can't sleep with snorers. And I want no trouble. I want no carry on. We got put out in Scarborough last year, and I'm going to get put out tonight, I'm telling you now. Well, you're not big enough to carry on. Because when I'm in bed and she gets in, I can up like that. Tuesday morning, she was feeding the baby. I'm halfway through the bottle. She didn't. That was me. I've been off for 2 days with nappy rash, and and you know, the first morning you get up, you might get a dumper off the mantelpiece, and you're smoking it, and you're gone downstairs, and they're sitting, and you're coughing and barking, and she starts again. You're in a clever mess, aren't you? Sit down and show me up. You show me up, and I'm going, yeah, man, I'm telling you now, get that tab out your mouth. Then the landlady comes round, good morning all, where are you going today? What's good to do all? Cause big mouth, oh alas, we're going to get sunburnt. Well, there's now done me to born. Yeah, wish you'd been on the sands with us. She was lying like a bag of coal on a bike. Sea coal and all, you know. 2 roundies at the top, and I'm lying like a horsey ticket. One at the top, one at the bottom, and they snowball, and then she says to me, Bobby, I think I'll have the dip. I says, well, you've just had a hot dog. She says, I'm swimming. 14 stone interfering with water. She says, get me somewhere to strip. Now, where could I find the marquee? She says, if I tap me clears off, will you stand in front of us? I couldn't cover Kelly's eye. I couldn't. Mind, how we got away from Blackpool without paying our board, I don't know. Because she couldn't run. We got to the top of the street, we saw Mrs. Higgins. Well, she's got money, see, because she's on Social Security. She married a man called Gyro, and she had one of them frocks on from Oxfam. Right away down there, lad, she was barefaced. I felt awful, I went right up to her. I says, Mrs. Higgins, one of your bosoms is hanging out. She says, I've left the Ben on the bus. Thank you.